Hi, my name is Marley, and today we're going to be talking about how to text using a smartphone. Let's get started. I'm going to share my screen and go ahead and start presenting. Let me move myself out of the way over here. Okay, perfect. So this is part of a series called Cellphone Savvy that I first started doing probably close to 2 years ago. And the goal is to help people who are either older or who may have a disability learn how to use their smartphone. A lot of times we will have one, but not be the best at knowing how to use it. And so this is just the first part of this series. Other parts talk about different accessibility features and taking pictures, but this one specifically, we're talking about texting. And we want to be able to text so that we don't always have to call people, right? A lot of times our loved ones and our friends are going to want to text with us. And so it's nice to be able to do that with them. We're also going to talk about making the words larger on your phone so that they're easier to read. We're going to utilize voice to text. So in case you have issues typing out, sorry, I have the window open. There's a bird going nuts out there. We're gonna do the voice to text so that you can talk to your phone and it takes everything that you say and turns it into your text message. So you don't have to type it out on the keyboard. And then we're also gonna go over sending photos because sometimes that's fun to do as well. So, a little disclaimer before we get started. I am using an iPhone, and so the video that I'm going to show you is filmed on an iPhone. Now, if you have an Apple, which it's easy to tell because it has the Apple symbol on the back, um, it's going to look mostly the same on my end as it does on yours. But if you have a different type of phone, it could look different. Don't let that freak you out. It's going to work mostly the same. But to kind of alleviate some of these differences, I want to talk about the different symbols that we're going to be using because no matter what phone you're using, the symbols are usually about the same and they mean most of the time the same thing. So the first one we're going to be looking at is settings. And so that one is the gear icon. We're also going to be looking at our messaging app, our texting app, and that one has the speech bubble. It usually has the three dots in it. For our microphone, that's when we're going to use our voice to text, and it looks like a radio microphone. The camera icon, that's where we're going to take pictures if we want to, and that one looks like a camera. And then there is the photos icon. Now, the photos on iPhone is going to look different, but on most phones, it looks like the picture frame. So I wanted to show you guys that one, and then you'll see the iPhone photos later. But no matter what phone you're on, these symbols are going to be mostly the same. And so hopefully, even if you're following this from a different system, it should still work. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to get started with our settings. And so we're going to click on that, and that's going to open up our settings. Then we're going to scroll down and go to accessibility. This is to make the font larger. Under display and text size, there it says right here, larger text. And so we're going to turn that on. And then we're going to scroll at the bottom. We're going to scroll to the right, and you can see I'm making it bigger. Okay, there we go. So that's a little bit easier to read. And then to get out, we're swiping up. Now at the bottom, we're looking for that messaging icon. It's right here on my phone, but it could be somewhere different on yours. So we're going to click on that. You can see my messages with my mom pop up. So a big thing for iPhone that we can do is you see how I have these pinned at the top? You can hold that down and it says unpin right here. And so she's gone, right? But if there's a message that you want to pin, you can scroll down to it. You can see it takes me a minute to find her. And then you're going to tap and hold it and then pin it. And then whenever you come back up, this makes it really easy to find your conversations you want to have access to the easiest. And so down here we can click and we can type out our message. That's me typing it, right? Or Alternatively, there's that microphone icon. If you click that, and then I'm just talking into my phone, I told her that the kitten was being cute this morning. And now I could just send it using this arrow, but I want to add an emoji. So the emojis are down here. You can see there's that little face. And we're going to add some hearts onto this. And then we're going to click this arrow right here to send it. You can see this is me. You press that to get back out of it. There we go. So then we're going to go ahead and send that message. And I want to add a picture of him. So we're going to go right here to this plus sign. And up top, there's our camera icon. So we could click on that and we could take a picture, right? That's me editing earlier. Or we can click on it and go to photos, which is pictures that we've already taken. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to look through all the pictures I took of him this morning. And I'm going to pick one that I want to send to her, right? And then I'm clicking done and clicking that arrow again to send the message. And then you can see there's our messages, right? And it's pretty easy to read. I used a lot of accessibility features in this. Okay, so I want to go back. I want to look at it again. Repetition is a big thing with this because doing it a couple of times, you'll get the hang of it. So once your settings are changed, we won't have to go back to that. Once your text is larger, it's larger, right? But remember, we started by clicking on that messaging app, okay? And then once we opened our text message, look for this microphone icon. Click it. Say what you want to say into your phone. That is so much easier than having to type it out and worry about clicking the wrong button. Remember I showed you guys the emojis, right? But then you're going to click that plus button if you want to add a picture that you're going to take or a picture you've already taken. Okay? If you guys have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Thank you for spending some time with me. And then there's my cell number. So if this works for you, text me. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good day.